we're diving into the craziest cartoon secrets I guarantee you've never noticed. Like this hidden message in K-pop Demon Hunters, and I bet you didn't know that Mrs. Puff from SpongeBob is actually a criminal. Let's do this.
Did you know the Pizza Planet truck from Toy Story has been in every Disney movie since 1995?
No way.
Obviously, it's in Toy Story, but you can also see it here in A Bug's Life next to this RV, or here in Toy Story 2 when Buzz Lightyear actually drives the thing, and then in Monsters Inc. when the animators basically use the same scene from A Bug's Life.
It's so crazy seeing it in every single Pixar movie.
And then if you pause right here in Nemo, you can see the Pizza Planet truck right outside the, and then they actually give it a face and everything in Cars where you can see it right here.
Whoa, it's actually alive in Cars. This reminds me of how YouTubers always build secret rooms. Pixar always hides this truck in movies.
Did you know in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, while Miles is in the dorm room, if you look closely at the TV, you can see his roommate is playing Marvel's Spider-Man 2.
Whoa! It's so crazy how they always hide things in the background of movies and nobody ever notices. Spot the Easter egg in Moana. Magic carpet from Aladdin.
Oh.
Olaf's arm from Frozen. Little Mermaid.
Okay, I see this one. It's Baymax.
Oh, Baymax from
This
Big
one I
Hero
knew.
6. So let's pause it on this one. Try to find the hidden object. I'll give you $100 if you can find it. 3, 2, 1.
Go.
It's right there. It's the genie lamp from Aladdin. We're actually just getting started. You won't believe the stuff we have coming up.
These are king crab legs. Tell me if this sounds familiar to you.
Oh, it's Mr. Krabs. They used real crab, so that's kind of sad.
That's kind of dark.
Next clip.
Can't believe I missed this terrifying detail hidden in Zootopia 2.
Zootopia is one of my favorite movies.
When Nick Wilde knocks out Gary with a frying pan, look closely.
Oh, it's the Tangled frying pan.
Later, Duke Weaseltown is selling knockoff DVDs. Big Hero 6, Tangled, Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Rhino is hilarious.
Then the movie takes a dark turn. When Bogo runs into the forest,
What's he gonna find?
Maze slowly peeks out, limping toward the camera. It feels straight out of The Shining.
Me and Cheyanne have actually stayed in the real-life version of that hotel. It was terrifying. Fortnite and Wreck-It Ralph? No way. Oh, it really is. We got Fortnite and Wreck-It Ralph before GTA 6.
Have you ever spotted these hidden Mickeys in Disney and Pixar movies?
So there's actually a bunch of hidden Mickeys inside of the theme parks as well. I didn't know they did it in movies though. Let's try to find them.
In Toy Story 3, the playground looks normal until you notice 3 tires.
Oh, right there. It looks like his ears in his head.
And in Lilo and Stitch, there's a bunch of fruit behind Stitch.
Oh, all the fruit in the background look like little Mickey heads.
Now in Snow White, when Dopey ingests a bar of soap, something strange happens.
It's the bubble.
Which one though? Oh, down there. That's a really good Easter egg.
Realizing Nemo is in Monster Inc. 3 times.
No way.
When?
Oh, there's a Nemo right there. I feel like we're playing Finding Nemo right now. That's the name of the movie. We're trying to find Nemo. Second time, a little toy.
I think that was Flounder in his arm too.
I only saw 2. Where was the third time?
It was in the room. It was hanging on the wall.
They're literally showing me where the hidden stuff is and I still don't see it. I need glasses.
Do you know about this Easter egg in Finding Nemo? During one of the dentist scenes, you can actually see a boy sitting on the couch in the waiting room reading a comic. But if you zoom into that comic,
Oh,
What is it?
it's The Incredibles. I wonder if they based the entire Incredibles universe off that book right there.
It took me 20 years to realize Darla and Boo are related.
What? How are they related?
At this point, I'm just gonna grab some popcorn. I feel like we're watching movies right now.
Wait for it.
It's the same picture.
Wait, how does that mean they're related?
That means that she probably grew up to be the other girl.
Did you know that there's a secret Easter egg in Avengers Endgame?
There's a lot of Easter eggs in Avengers.
Right before the Avengers are preparing to travel back in time in their awesome white suits, Captain America gives his super epic speech to hype the team up, and they get in an epic group fist bump one last time. But did you know that shot is actually an Easter egg meant to represent Tony Stark's heart?
Wow.
Where?
The floor looks exactly like the thing that's on his chest.
Did anyone else notice this in the movie WALL-E?
What are we about to find inside of this movie? I haven't watched this in a long time.
You can actually see Rex here for a few seconds.
I would have never seen that.
What's that head over there? It looks like a K-pop demon hunter. Did you see that?
Rapunzel in Frozen?
Rapunzel and Frozen. No
I
way.
knew this. This is on Coronation Day.
I thought Rapunzel had long hair though. That's not her.
Here's a small detail that most people probably don't notice from the movie Tangled.
How do people notice all these things?
All 5 of those ornaments hanging from Rapunzel's dreamcatcher foreshadow different parts from the movie. For example, that little green lizard resembles her first pet, Pascal, and that little white horse perfectly resembles Max the palace horse.
Whoa. These make sense so far, but what are the other 2?
Up next is a little bluebird who you probably don't recognize, but he shows up when Rapunzel leaves her tower for the first time. Then you got the cute little duck.
How does somebody spend the time to notice all of these details? How is the duck related?
And it's literally the exact same duck as the Snuggly Duckling, which is where Flynn takes Rapunzel to try to scare her.
That is so cool.
Why is Scooby-Doo able to talk?
I never thought about why does Scooby actually talk?
You'd think that would be the first mystery the gang would try to solve, but they never really address it. That is, until in one episode, they reveal who Scooby-Doo really is.
They actually talk about it? He better not be a monster.
In the van, Scooby-Doo all of a sudden has this vision where he meets another dog that's also able to talk. And this dog tells Scooby that he's an ancestor of the Anunnaki, which are interdimensional beings, aka aliens.
What? Scooby-Doo's an alien?
There's no way.
I was today years old when I realized something crazy in SpongeBob SquarePants.
What could possibly crazy in SpongeBob?
We knew SpongeBob works at the Krusty Krab.
I saw a little heart on the burger. Is that the Easter egg?
We also know the Krabby Patty is the signature dish of the restaurant, and its formula is totally secret.
Are they about to tell us the secret formula to the Krusty Krab?
After noticing that the Krusty Krab is basically a crab trap, I realized the Krabby Patty is actually made of crab meat.
No.
No way.
Think about it. There's a reason why Mr. Krabs keeps the formula secret.
And he's the only crab you see in the show because all the other ones are being eaten.
And if that's not enough, here's what Mr. Krabs says in one episode.
So that's what I taste like.
Oh. Wait, they're called Krabby Patties.
And there's no way for them to get beef down in the ocean. My mind is blown. Inside of every single Bluey episode, supposedly that little doll right there is hidden somewhere in every single show. So right there it is in the background.
Okay, where is it here?
It's somewhere, it's right down there. If I'm being honest, that kind of looks like Mr. Beast in the corner. It kind of looks like his logo. What if Jimmy is hiding inside of Bluey?
Did you know in Bluey, the license plate on the family car says 419 HLR. 419 is the first part of the hex color code for blue, and HLR stands for healer. So the license plate literally says Blue Healer.
There's no way.
Bro, that is so nerdy.
I was watching Despicable Me and realized something disturbing about Gru.
I already know this one. He's related to Nikola Jokic, the best basketball player on the planet.
There's a scene where his entire family tree is shown.
Maybe I was wrong?
The Gru family. Is there going to be someone in here?
And if you look closely, one of his ancestors isn't normal. It's a werewolf.
No, he's a werewolf?
This is the biggest stretch I have seen so far. All the other Easter eggs seem super real. This one's a conspiracy.
One of the biggest secrets about Peppa Pig involves an official computer wallpaper from the show that was released a few years ago.
Oh, there's a Peppa in the window.
As far as we know, the Pig family consists of 4 people: Mommy Pig, Daddy Pig, Peppa, and George. The detail is that in the image, there are 5 family members present and not just 4.
What?
That's crazy.
I love Peppa Pig. I never knew this.
So Ferb, his head shape is the exact shape as his dad. And Phineas, his head shape doesn't match his dad or his mom.
Hey, it looks like a Dorito.
But you know who it matches? Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Because that's his biological father. They're both geniuses.
It does match.
I don't know if they're actually related or not. This does not seem legitimate.
And the character that ties them together is Perry the Platypus. It's because Perry knows the truth, and he's trying to prevent Dr. Doofenshmirtz from finding out that he has a son.
This is like some Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader stuff. Phineas, I am your father. My mind is literally blown from this Little Mermaid hidden Easter egg.
Watching The Little Mermaid, and my daughter goes, "Mommy, look at this. Stop it." I cannot believe she saw this.
There's Goofy inside of the stadium,
Oh, that's Donald Duck too. How is he underwater?
holding his breath.
Did you know that Daffy Duck is not actually a duck?
What is he?
His name is literally Daffy Duck. It's in the name. There's no way this is gonna be true.
Until they're trapped at the edge of a cliff with nowhere to go but into the water.
And it is at this moment that Daffy Duck speaks.
But I can't swim! You can't fly. You can't swim. Are you even the duck at all? I'm not sure.
How can a duck not swim?
Maybe he's just scared of water.
This comes off very easily.
What is he then?
He looks like Marvin the Martian. What the?
I have a theory that Nurse Joy is a Pokemon.
Matt Pat. This is my favorite YouTuber.
You know how each town of the anime has a Pokemon Center run by an identical Nurse Joy, but they aren't all twins, so what's the deal? Well, what if I told you that she's actually a Pokemon? Think about it. They're all identical, just like Pokemon species. She has regional variations, a shiny form. There are no male Nurse Joys, just like certain Pokemon species that are always female.
She's a Pokemon?
Leave it to Matt Pat and Film Theory to come up with the craziest theories of all time. I saw a video once where they said that Jimmy Neutron actually exists exists in the Grubhub universe.
What?
So look, all of the characters are identical. That guy looks just like Jimmy Neutron. Each one of those characters was in Jimmy Neutron and they're in commercials for Grubhub.
That's insane.
I always thought it was weird how in the movie Cars, the doors never open on the cars.
What's inside of the car?
So like I looked it up and apparently the creative director of the actual movie gave an answer to this. Jay Ward, what did he say? His answer was, you'll never see the car doors open because we don't want to see the brains and eyes fall out.
What? That reminds me of how people say Funko Pops have brains on the inside, but it's not true. But in cars, they actually do have brains where the car seat goes.
That would make sense because they can talk.
You can talk and you don't have a brain.
It took me 7 years to realize Coco is connected to Cars and The Incredibles.
I already knew this. All Pixar films are related.
In Cars 3, one of the trainees misses his hometown, Santa Cecilia.
Santa Cecilia!
The town where Coco is set. So this means Cars and Coco happen in the same universe.
All Pixar films happen in the same universe. Everyone knows this.
Which makes more sense when you spot Hector's guitar in Cars.
There's the Coco guitar.
But what about The Incredibles? Well, Doc Hudson from Cars appears during The Incredibles' final fight.
Oh, that's insane.
And in Coco, a poster of the superheroes family can be seen in the land of the dead.
What?
No.
And they're dead. They were skeleton versions of The Incredibles. Earlier, we found out that Pixar films always foreshadow teasers, and right there, The Incredibles were skeletons. Does that mean they're gonna...
No.
Can't say it.
Do you know about the real intention behind Dora the Explorer? So if you were alive around the same time as me, you would remember this iconic intro.
I love Dora.
And as it is going through the house and the song is playing, we find it stop at the computer where Dora is.
Why is she talking like that?
Wait.
Where Dora is.
Is it all a game?
It's important to note that computer in Spanish ends in Dora. The intro is telling us that Dora's world is in the computer.
No.
Dora is an internet explorer.
She's not real?
Well, she's a cartoon, so I always knew that she wasn't real, but I guess she's a video game character.
It took me 19 years to realize that Remy didn't just guess Ego's favorite dish, he already knew it.
How did he already know it?
In the beginning of the movie, we see Remy living in a small old house with an old lady, but that lady was actually Ego's mom.
What?
The house where Remy lived looks the same fireplace, the same chair, even the same oven and tea kettle.
What the heck?
There's even a painting on the wall that shows a little boy who looks just like Ego.
I still don't understand how people figure all of this stuff out.
When Ego takes his first bite of ratatouille, he remembers his childhood and we see his mom making that same dish for him.
Oh, wow.
For Remy to make that exact recipe, he must have learned it from somewhere, and that's the key. Before he ran away, the old lady's recipe book was stolen, and it probably had the same recipe Ego's mom used to cook.
This is really impressive.
How does someone figure this out?
My brain hurts.
Have you ever noticed Daddy Pig once dated Mommy Pig's sister Dottie?
What?
Hear me out. In Daddy Pig's birthday episode, when his co-workers celebrated for him, look at his desk. There's a photo. That same photo also shows up at Grandpa Pig's house. Most people think it's Peppa and George, but no, it's a black and white picture.
This is so wrong.
Now look at the girl in the photo. She's wearing a spotted dress. Peppa never wore that. Mommy Pig never wore that. The only one who did was Dottie, which means the girl in the picture with Daddy Pig is Dottie. And the fact that he's kept that photo all this time, it pretty much suggests the two of them used to date.
I'm really hoping that that was just an error by the artist and that's not legit.
I hope that's not true. That's shady.
There's Easter eggs everywhere!
Did you know in Cars 2, we can see an advertisement offering car life insurance, but take a look at the name of the company. Insuricare.
What does that mean?
Okay.
It's the same company that Bob Parr works for in The Incredibles.
Whoa. I love the attention to detail. They have to create these fake companies and then remember it for every single movie. So that means Mr. Incredible sold life insurance to Lightning McQueen.
It took me 3 months to find the best Pixar Easter egg ever.
It took them 3 months to find this. This is going to be insane.
We know A113 is the animation classroom at the California Institute of Arts, and it appears in a lot of Pixar movies.
They make the Pixar movies inside of the studio called A113, so they hide it inside of every single movie. It's on license plates, pizza boxes. It has to be in every movie or they won't make it.
Easter eggs and details you might have missed in Luca.
I only watched Luca once and I was really sick. I had COVID or something, so I don't remember it.
When Ercole arrives, he parks outside shop number 22, a nod to Soul 22 from Pixar's last film. During the race, we see Pixar's famous Luxo ball on the roof and a Pizza Planet truck in the background. And the ticket Alberto gives Luca at the end is of course
A113.
The town square features a poster for Roman Holiday, a film similarly about someone escaping their guardians and falling in love in Italy.
I could have lived my whole life and not known that.
I still don't really get what they found.
Random Pixar characters you probably never noticed. These feet at Carl and Ellie's wedding in Up.
What the heck? That is a super random thing in the background. A little corn and an eggplant. That's my favorite emoji.
Tiny eyeball monster hidden behind the steps in Monsters Inc.
There's a little monster peeking from the background.
That's cute.
Do you know in Guardians of the Galaxy, you can actually see the Watchers early before the second movie? Yeah, during this city scene, if you pause the movie right here, they're actually hiding right in the corner here. Now, if we go and look at Guardians of the Galaxy 2, we can see their much more obvious cameo with Stan Lee talking to them.
That's another fun Easter egg. Stan Lee's the creator of Marvel, and he's in every single movie as a different character.
I found something crazy in SpongeBob. Everyone knows Mr. Krabs is obsessed with money.
I'm obsessed with popcorn.
Probably heard of the 7 deadly sins, right? Well, Mr. Krabs would be greed because he's literally addicted to cash. Squidward, he's rat, always angry at everything and everyone. Patrick, total sloth, he's lazy.
That's me.
Plankton fits envy perfectly since he's constantly trying to steal what Mr. Krabs has. Sandy would be pride. She's super confident about her skills and accomplishments.
This is kind of a stretch.
Gary is gluttony because he's always eating. And SpongeBob, he represents lust, not in the traditional way, but with his over-the-top obsession for pleasing everyone around him.
That's a stretch. You're stretching and you're lying.
Did you know in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, at the end of the movie, when Miles is sent to the wrong universe, if you look closely at the buildings in the background, you can see that some of them are owned by members of the Sinister Six.
The Sinister Six?
How would you know that?
Sandman, Electro, Scorpion, Shocker, and Kraven, who looks like he's running for mayor.
I don't know what any of those people are.
Those are all the villains, and they own the buildings. Needless to say, I keep a check.
Watching Toy Story 3 when I noticed something.
He's got batteries? What's wrong with the batteries? So there was a B&L store inside of the movie WALL-E. Another Easter egg, we're actually living in WALL-E. Once they create AI, we're all gonna be huge and fat and be iPad kids like that. I actually keep a voodoo doll of myself on me. Here I am.
Number 1. In Season 1, Episode 13, Spy Games, Louie's little sister Bingo sings the nursery rhyme, One Man Went to Mow.
One man went to mow a meadow. One man and his dog went to mow a meadow.
One man and a dog?
What, is there not dogs in this universe or something?
They are dogs. There's no man.
Notice here that the lyrics to the song are one man and his dog went to mow a meadow. This implies that at some point in this universe, humans were present and that there's some distinction between men and dogs.
That means all of the humans went extinct somehow.
And the dogs took over.
We are finally getting into my favorite thing, Minecraft.
Has anybody noticed in the Minecraft movie trailer that when Henry is crafting with the crafting table, you can spot a mysterious painting in the background? This painting is actually the same one from Minecraft that we've all seen.
How is that an Easter egg?
That's the whole point of the movie.
Took me 19 years to realize what actually happened to Sid from Toy Story.
Oh, I know this. He turns into the dumpster man. Everybody knows this.
The dumpster man?
Yeah, look, there he is, right there with the same shirt.
That is such a stretch.
The most famous hidden Easter egg ever is Waldo, and supposedly he's in the movie Trolls. There he is, in the red and white, wow.
That's AI.
Fun fact, I actually have a Where's Waldo hidden inside of my warehouse somewhere whenever people come over. Editor, show a shot of that wall right there. See if you can find Waldo.
Did you know in Cars, made in 2006, in the beginning race, you can see that there's a race car that's sponsored by Apple, and that's actually a reference to Steve Jobs.
Oh, I knew this one. Steve Jobs invented Apple and Pixar, so they got the car there.
He invented Pixar?
Yeah.
Did you know in Big Hero 6, made in 2014, this blurred painting in the background, Stitch, is actually Mochi dressed as Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. You can see the full portrait right there.
It wouldn't be an Easter egg video if it didn't start with, did you know in 2006?
Did you notice this Easter egg in The Incredibles? In the classic Pixar movie, The Incredibles, when Syndrome attempts to save a woman from a gas tanker falling from the sky, another bystander yells out asking if Syndrome is Phyronic.
Is that Phyronic? Phyronic?
Phyronic is a superhero with fire powers and wasn't shown until 14 years later in The Incredibles 2, where he was shown in a flashback with Gazer Beam.
There's so many details put into these movies. They have to think about the entire lore and world building. K-pop Demon Hunter Easter eggs. Let's get into this. So if you Google K-pop Demon Hunters, it starts saying couch, 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 couch.
Do you know why?
Yeah.
Why?
No, I don't know why.
It's because when they're done with their tour, they want to go sit on the couch. They go, couch, couch.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do when we're done filming this video.
Did you know if you look up Green Hill Zone on Google, there will be a little picture of Sonic, and if you click him, this happens.
Oh!
And if you actually click it super fast over and over again, he'll turn into Supersonic.
Wow, that's pretty cool, actually.
I was rewatching Tangled and noticed something insane.
What do you think's gonna be inside the movie?
It's gonna be another character.
Shrek. Give me Shrek.
There's a scene where the bar patrons are singing, "I've Got a Dream." I noticed something wild. Wait a minute.
Oh, I see it.
What is it? What is it?
It was Pinocchio up on the ledge.
No way Pinocchio's entangled. I want to be a real boy.
Let's call the Super Mario Bros. Plumbing phone number.
Oh, this will be interesting. 929552746.
Okay, it's actually a New York number. 929.
Press 1 for option 1. Press 2 for option 2. B2. Option 2.
I hate when people lie to us. Let's play the video to see what they claim happened.
This is about to be a lie.
Thank you for calling Super Mario Brothers Plumbing. It's for me, Luigi.
Get out of here.
Nick's apartment in Zootopia 2 is insanely colorful and packed with Easter eggs most people miss. First, his room number is 23. That's a clear nod to 1923, the year Disney was founded, and to D23.
How is that a clear nod to 1923? That's a stretch, bro. Come on.
Next, look at the poster on his wall. The pattern and colors match the vibe of Aladdin's magic carpet.
That does not match.
Then check the coffee table. There's a comic that looks like Thor, but the publisher logo isn't Marvel. Instead, it has the initials JB, which is a wink at director Jared Bush.
I think all of this is a lie.
Try anything.
Did you know? In Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, made in 2018, Miles' spider sense changes from a purple and green color scheme, like his uncle the Prowler, you can see right there, to a red and blue scheme after meeting Peter Parker.
Oh, because he was conflicted like Anakin.
This symbolizes Miles' destiny changing from one of villainy to that of a hero.
That's actually really cool.
Yo, Up was released in 2009, Toy Story 3 was released in 2010. So how crazy is it that he is actually an Up? Boom, there he is.
Oh, it's like we learned earlier, they're always throwing future teasers to the movies inside of there. So pretty much anything you see in a Pixar movie could be an upcoming film.
Technoblade Easter egg in a Minecraft movie.
This is the best Easter egg in all movies. They have Technoblade walk by, and then they say, "Who is that?" And then Jack Black says, "That's a legend."
Oh.
You didn't know about this one?
No, that actually might make me cry.
I was so happy when I saw this in the movie. I feel like I want to cry too.
Did you know that for the American release of Inside Out, they used hockey for Riley's dad's daydream? But for every other country, they used football or soccer in America.
Depending on where the film's at, you get to see something different. No matter where you're watching our video in the world, you should subscribe, and Cheyanne always looks dumb, so you don't have to worry.
What?
Did you know, in Star Wars The Clone Wars, the two clone troopers, Boyle and Waxer, who saved a child in a past episode, you can see right there, went on to paint a small picture of her on their helmets to remember her.
That's really cool.
I love when shows do little details like that. It really just world builds it so much more.
Did you know? In Season 1, Episode 21 of Star Wars The Clone Wars, in the background we can see two aliens carrying what looks like the Ark of the Covenant from Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones is inside of Star Wars?
That's crazy.
I knew that E.T. was in Star Wars. There's so many different things inside of Star Wars.
Did you know that in the 1981 movie Raiders of the Lost Ark, if you freeze frame and look very closely during the Well of Souls scene, you can actually notice a golden pillar with a tiny engraving of R2-D2 and C-3PO from the Star Wars saga.
Oh,
that's really cool.
R2-D2 is not only in Indiana Jones, but he was in Egypt on hieroglyphics.
In the Simpsons movie, made in 2007,
I love this
while
movie.
Homer and Bart are jumping the canyon, you can see a crashed ambulance in the background. This is the same ambulance from Season 2, Episode 8 of The Simpsons.
Oh, wow.
That means this is a joke that is 17 years in the making.
That's so good. Like I said earlier, I love it when they have consistency throughout the shows or movies. It makes it so much more real. Everybody's favorite Disney princess is Moana, but I bet you didn't know that she's supposedly dead.
What?
It took me 8 years to realize this about Moana.
I'm kind of scared.
Moana actually died midway through this movie.
Is that how she sees her grandma?
Let me explain. Moana is a fighter who challenges the conventional expectations to save her community. She sets sail on the ocean, where she is hit by lightning and dies.
No.
Because from this point forward, she encounters only deities, gods, mystical creatures, and accesses the realm of monsters without any sort of difficulties. We can also see her communicating with her grandmother's spirit, indicating her presence in the afterlife.
That makes sense, but she definitely didn't die because there's a whole Moana 2.
And she sees her family again.
I don't think that's actually a real Easter egg, but there is an Easter egg. One of those little coconut guys in the movie actually looks like Baymax.
Yeah, we learned that in this video.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Have you noticed? Margot from Despicable Me actually grows up to become Riley's mom in Inside Out. That's why both of them love wearing glasses.
Easter egg, I have a crush on her.
I found some clues to support this theory are from the same place. Riley's family moves from Minnesota to Los Angeles Angeles, and Margot is also from Minnesota. You can tell from Lucy's license plate in the movie, which clearly says Minnesota. Besides, Margot's dream warmer career.
Supposedly in Despicable Me, everybody's related, and Gru is a werewolf. We're learning so much about this movie.
Ever since Margot started living with Gru, she's been going on all sorts of wild adventures across land and sky, and her dream is to become a pilot. As for Riley's mom, she used to be a helicopter pilot before she gave up her career to focus on her family.
For this, we gave up that Brazilian helicopter pilot?
None of this is a coincidence.
That's a reach.
I always got that thing on me, the Minion Blaster fart gun.
Ew!
POV, you found out that Despicable Me and Secret Life of Pets are connected.
Oh, this is creepy.
Oh, that's Gru! The tattoo of the little thing.
Unicorn.
Wow, it's all connected. Doesn't she say, it's so fluffy, I could die?
So I bet you didn't notice this in Madagascar.
What could possibly be an Easter egg in Madagascar?
Police are running.
They're in the train station in New York. I've actually been there.
And wait a flipping minute. If you actually look closely at what they reading about Amelia Earhart airplane being found in Madagascar. And then later in the movie, you can see that the lemurs have occupied possibly Amelia Earhart's missing plane. Did y'all notice this?
That's Amelia Earhart's plane?
In Madagascar?
I like to move it, move it.
Did you know, in Finding Dory, made in 2016, the bag that houses Jock the shrimp is completely clean, unlike the other fish.
Oh, because he's a shrimp that cleans stuff, so he was eating all the algae.
This is due to the fact that he's a skunk cleaner shrimp and eats the bacteria like he did in the aquarium in the last movie.
They thought that out so well.
It should have happened in the starfish though too, because starfish also eat algae.
Everyone likes to talk about Pixar Easter eggs. I have never, ever in my life seen anybody talk about this.
Can we talk about her cable management in the background though?
This is Finding Dory. Just want to point that out. Never seen anybody mention her there.
In Finding Dory?
Whoa.
Fishy, wake up, Fishy!
Timmy Turner is Danny Phantom.
What?
Before Timmy turned 13, his final wish was to become Danny Phantom, so he didn't have to lose his Fairly Odd Parents. A little loophole around aging.
What?
Because if you look at all the characters in both series, AJ and Chester are Dash and Tucker.
Oh!
In one episode of The Fairly Odd Parents, Timmy's parents became ghost hunters. Their house, they built a little laboratory, a ghost hunting lab, and on the wall in the back was a wanted Danny film sign.
The lore in all of these cartoons is so insane. They're all connected. This character's that character. It's insane.
Dora is actually blind, and here's proof.
Dora's blind.
I thought Dora was a video game. We just learned this.
Dora the Explorer is actually blind, and here's proof. If you watch the show, you'll notice Dora never actually looks at what she's talking about. She always looks in another direction and doesn't even blink. This also explains why her parents make her take Boots everywhere, because Boots is actually a Secret Service animal.
Whoa.
And this explains why she always asks obvious questions to the audience.
I don't believe that one bit.
Dora being blind in 2026 is crazy ball.
Did you know, in Iron Man, the music that plays in the casino is actually the opening music to the 1966 Iron Man cartoon?
I didn't even know there was a cartoon in the 60s about Iron Man.
I didn't either.
Here's the casino music.
Work it.
And here's the cartoon.
Tony Stark makes you feel.
That's a creepy song.
Look how chopped Iron Man looks. He definitely glowed up.
Lion King was released in 1984, Hercules 97. So when Zazu says this,
make a very handsome throwback sauce.
It's actually super big foreshadowing for.
It's Beast or something.
For this, look, he's wearing Scar.
Oh, it's Scar. Never mind. I thought it was Beast from Beauty and the Beast.
Is this the craziest hidden detail in Star Wars?
I know every Star Wars detail. What could it be?
In Return of the Jedi, we saw the rebels fight the Empire down on Endor, but there's something hidden here that we never noticed before. As Lando was flying the Falcon, we can see many different types of ships around him, but there's one here that looks a bit odd. If you zoom in, you can actually see that this ship here looks just like a sneaker.
What?
This sneaker was actually added in by a VFX artist who just wanted to see if anybody would notice it.
There's Air Jordans inside of Star Wars floating in space. I knew they had a lot of things in the background. For example, in Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, they have the Millennium Falcon flying down at the bottom of the screen.
That time on Shrek, when Lord Farquaad had Mama Bear turned into Rug.
No. Don't tell me.
No, no, no.
Thank you so much for watching. If you want your mind blown, click these videos right here and subscribe for the chance to win a PS5. I'll see you next time.